start off, Wiz Khalifa joining the Music Vibes podcast, and we can't bring Wiz on without starting off talking about the KK. Yes, we're talking about the best strain. I was going to say one of the best, but I got to get it right. The best strain in the world, and I believe it's everywhere but Michigan. I go to Michigan a lot. It's not in Michigan yet, but it's available, I believe, in California, Las Vegas. Go ahead, promote where everyone can get the KK, man, and, promote exactly what y'all doing.
Well, basically, it's something that I started branding a long time ago. But just due to how the weed laws have changed, I put it in different places. And the most recent thing that we've done a partnership with this company called Trike. And through them, that's where we're going to be expanding into different states and different areas. So it's not everywhere yet. It's just anywhere that Trike is available. And that's where Khalifa Kush products are currently being carried.
Yeah, so I think I heard you say this in one of your day-to-days or something, but like, what made you, make this decision? Like, man, fuck it, I want to get my own strain.
Khalifa Kush is just based off of my own personal taste and how I like my weed to make me feel. It's a really strong, gassy weed, so it smells good and it tastes good, but it also makes you feel really good. It keeps you up, keeps you motivated, it adds to the party. It's not one of those things that brings you down and you're gonna be upset that you had it. You're gonna be really, really happy that you mix a little bit of Khalifa Kush into your diet.
Absolutely. And speaking of, bringing it into your diet, I know part of your diet is working out each and every day, doing some MMA, and you just partnered up with the PFL, man. That's huge.
Right.
MMA is huge, and I'm a personal big fan of MMA, UFC. The boy Adesanya lost his belt a couple of weeks ago, but I know you're big into it too, man. Talk about the PFL.
Yeah, absolutely. PFL gives people an alternative and another chance to just see a lot of different superstars, whether they're on the up and coming or they've done their thing before and they want to get back into it and cross over and try to compete again. It's really exciting. It's for the fans and it's for the fighters. And it's something that, for me, it only made sense to try to, bring what I could bring to the game to a company like the PFL.
Yeah, absolutely. The future of sports. And so, any chance does Khalifa ever get in the ring? Any chance?
There's always a chance.
That'd be huge. I know Big Lon. I know I see him on Facebook a lot. He's in the fights and stuff. So
yeah, Lonnie already had he's had a couple stand-up fights. Breeze,
Breeze too?
I've never seen him stop fighting. And a couple of the other people in the gang, we all getting sharp as well. So you never know.
That's what's up, man. And I know another thing you got right now that, admittedly, I ain't got to try it yet because it's not available in my area. I know I'm located in Indiana, so I know it is in Indianapolis. I did see that you got Hotbox Indianapolis, your new food. I see the flyers and the Instagram be looking bomb, but go ahead and promote Hotbox too.
Yeah, so Hotbox is basically a delivery-only company that I started during the pandemic. It was something that gave us an opportunity to get some food out there and provide opportunities for other people because a lot of the kitchens were closing, so we were able to use half of the kitchens for the restaurants to cook our recipes and deliver out of there. So it was a win-win for a lot of people, and it still is a great situation because through that, we were able to expand into a lot of different cities and states and, sell Hotbox the exact same way. So we're booming, we're moving, the menu's always developing. People love it. I only hear great stuff about it. I eat it myself when we're at the studio or video shoots and shit. If I get a fucking chance to, that shit's usually fun. But yeah, man, it's really fun having a business like that and being involved, and even the people who came to me with the idea. I'm just really, really thankful that we were able to do it in the time that we did.
And that idea was absolutely genius. Like you said, restaurants closing down, everybody can't go out, everyone's ordering, delivered to the crib, and that's huge. So I got to try something. I know that's one thing I gotta get.
So let me know what your favorite thing on the menu is.
Oh man, it's wings all day, man. Let me get some chicken wings.
Oh, the wings is fire then.
Yeah, they look fire.
These wings.
So, okay, what's the Wiz Khalifa special then at Hotbox? What's your favorite?
The Taylor Gang Turkey Burger, but we moved that. So now I think of the fully loaded bowl, it's like mac and cheese, chicken, and tater tots, like all together. It's really, really good. That, yeah, there's a couple things, man. It shifts because, like I said, the menu's changing due to people's personal preferences. So everything that comes off of there is fire, especially when you get stoned too.
Absolutely. No. For the munchies, man. Just go to the Hotbox app, order the food. It's perfect. It's perfect. So Hotbox, get that now. So you talked a lot about the pandemic. Now, coming from a fan myself that I've caught literally every single, this isn't exaggeration. I think Will knows this, but I've caught every live show since 2014. Damn. Every time you came to Indy. So someone like, I know you big with the tours. I know that's huge for you. So, like, how have you adapted to this, man? No concerts, no nothing, man.
You know, to me, it's just like, it's like being on the road where you gotta kind of just stay focused and keep your head straight. So it's just the same mentality. I really enjoy being at home with my son and spending time with him and kicking it with his friends, and you know, baseball season starting back up, so I'm able to do all of that stuff. And you know, he's 8 years old, so it's like really, really bonding time. So I use that, you know, I take advantage of that. And, you know, I'll get back to touring when it's time to. I still got the heat, got a lot of new music on the way. Got some music that we dropped during the pandemic that, you know, gained some views and stuff like that. So to be able to go out on the road and present that in a new way, as well as hit them with the classics, and then, you know, have new music on the way too. I think it just puts me in a perfect position to, you know, just get started right where I left off.
Absolutely, yeah. Just saying though, as from a fan's perspective, people starting to announce shows again. So if we announce some shows, let me know. First.
Hey, we're gonna do it when it's right. we don't want the wrong types of shows.
That's true.
We don't want anything to happen to anybody at the shows. So that's the main thing, safety first. Absolutely. Everybody get what they need, taken care of, and then we'll get back to normal as soon as we know that's really normal.
That's right. And, you know, before we talk about the music, of course, I've been in tune with everything you've been dropping. Just have to, you know, kind of relate to you. You know, that's part of the reason I'm a huge fan of yours. We kind of grew up around the same time, like the same age range. So, like, me becoming a father around the same time that you did. I actually have a daughter downstairs that just turned 8 today. So,
Oh, congratulations, man. Tell her happy birthday for me.
Thank you, man. Yeah, so turning 8 today. I got a boy that's 9. So that's a lot that I relate to as well. And my son plays baseball. So that's...
Yeah, being a dad is super fun. It's the shit.
It's the shit, man. So talked a lot about, you know, the music that you've dropped, you know, this past couple of years and throughout the pandemic. I want to start with Saga Khalifa. I'm just kind of disappointed that a lot of people, like I talked to a lot of, you know, other people in the industry and talk about they liked it, man. I thought it was fire all the way through, man. I thought there was just so many bangers. And I wanted to give you the floor because you had a deluxe version too that you like re-pushed it. But just for anyone that hasn't heard it yet, talk about Saga Khalifa.
Yeah, I feel like it served its purpose. I was just trying to get a couple songs out there, fill things out, and it was really like a tempo that I was trying to do. It was like going into the summer, and it would have made a lot more sense if we were able to, you know, be able to actually enjoy the summer. Mm-hmm. But you know, that experience got cut short. But like I said, I'm looking forward to, you know, performing that stuff live, like for the fans, and getting a lot of the footage and stuff like that, because I know that that's going to really be the classic material that pushes it over the top. It's not going to be like, you know, anybody's reaction or their review on it. I don't really ever move off of that. I always go off of the reaction to fans, and, you know, when I'm in their face, I can always tell. So when I get back out there and in front of everybody's face, I feel like everything will make sense. And just moving forward, like I said, that project served its purpose. Mm-hmm. So with the music that I'm working on now, I just wanted to hopefully, you know, if everything goes right, just kind of, you know, pick up where that left off, and it'll start to make more and more sense when, you know, when it comes together. Yeah, but like, I'm still enjoying, you know, making music and shooting videos, creating visuals, and doing little side projects and stuff like that. It's really all about creating for me.
That's right. And talking about creating, I seen in the behind the cam videos, you release those behind the cam videos, like kind of like short documentaries, and I seen the production of Millions. They
Right.
had an A Boogie with the hoodie. Man,
Right.
just talk about that whole process. I thought that was dope, in case anybody didn't see it.
Yeah, it's fun for me to just be in the studio and make music. You'll see on a lot of more of my material coming up, me giving, another look at, my creative process and stuff like that, because I do feel like that's interesting. And just the timing of it for me is everything. So with me getting ready to do all of this stuff and still having stuff that's in the bag from before, just picking out the perfect time for everything. That worked out good because I knew I was setting up certain things. So when that record came together, I always loved that. But there's just certain songs you just love them to death when you're doing them.
Like you always say, when you make that face,
yeah,
you know it's over.
Yeah, that one stuck with everybody.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. And one, of course, that stuck with everyone going back. I can't believe it, but 10 years ago, Rolling Papers came out, and time flies, first of all. I mean, you were there. I mean, just travel back a little bit. Let's hit that time machine button to back when you're making Rolling Papers, you're in the studio. I know there's a lot, behind the scenes that was going on back then, but just kind of tell me about your mindset approaching Rolling Paper.
It was more just me knowing that I was coming from like a mixtape standpoint, and then being really focused on just trying to make some bangers for an album, like a really, really good, like a good studio album, but still had integrity though. I didn't want to give up the underground feel. So it was a lot. It was going back and forth with the label, of course, because the first single was Black and Yellow, and it wasn't hard to get people to believe in it, but it was just one of those things that, it happened on its own. It wasn't seen from the gate. So just with knowing that and having to, be creative and still be witty on the business end, I learned a lot from that process of making Rolling Papers. I learned a lot from like fan reaction and stuff like that, because at the time when I made it, some people really wasn't their favorite project of mine, and I was able to deal with that because later on down the line, a lot of people would come to me and just tell me how many important decisions that project helped them make in life.
That's right.
And I was like, wow, that's even better. That's even more important to me. It's like if it can help you get through a certain time, you can feel the music. There's tons of music that you could just enjoy and go out and party to. But if this is something that you could tap into and it's going to help you out, I really feel like I did my job creatively. So as time went on, I think it became more and more of a classic and more of a stamp in my career. So, and now we're here 10 years later, and I dropped Rolling Papers 2, which is another one of my favorite projects, and I feel like in time it's gonna set in, especially after the tour we did, the merch we did, everything. Like, that was a good time. So we're just gonna keep going and keep building on top of the legacy.
Yep, that was the last show I went to 2 years ago. You were performing everything on it.
That's my favorite tour. I mean, it was the last tour, but it was my favorite one. Like, that shit was crazy.
It was, man. It was, yeah. And I heard you say in an interview once, and I want to get into this. So everybody from Indiana listening right now is going to enjoy this. So if I heard wrong, I heard you say in an interview once that Indianapolis was one of your favorite places to perform.
That's the truth.
So what makes Indianapolis so popular?
It was always one of the first places I went to, just as far as like the college crowd and just the energy there. Y'all are turned up. Y'all love to party. Y'all don't hold back. It's just turned the fuck up. It's crazy. I could do a freestyle on stage and y'all would go crazy too.
I swear.
It's not just because it's me. It's just because y'all just be ready. Like, if the shit's fire, y'all gonna go up.
Yeah, I remember hearing that in an interview. So yeah, had to give a little Indiana love.
Oh yeah, always one of my favorite spots. Best energy, other than like hometown, and you know what I'm saying. There's a couple other places that are dope, but y'all get the cake. When we find out we're coming there on tour, we're always excited. Especially me and Will. We're like, hell yeah.
I appreciate that.
No doubt.
So Kush and Orange Juice goes down. I mean, this ain't nothing new. One of the best mixtapes of all time, like hands down. Obviously, it's been, I think we're celebrating the anniversary of that a couple of weeks ago. 11 year, not 10 year, 11 year. That goes back another year prior to Rolling Papers. So Kush and Orange Juice, I gotta know, when you were making that in the studio, and I know that's early, I mean, kind of early Wiz days, Wiz career. Did you know exactly what you had in this studio when you was making Kush and Orange Juice?
Yeah, totally. For me, it was just kind of just going left of what I already had done, because I was planning on doing two different ones. I was going to do Cabin Fever, which I did, and I was going to Kush and Orange Juice. So Cabin Fever was going to be the turned up,
I'll fly too.
I mean, the gangster kind of shit, and then Kush and Orange Juice can be a laid back, cool, smooth shit. And I mean, I was able to drop both and get a great reception from both. And yeah, I mean, it kind of just worked out how I thought it would, where people were able to separate the two and kind of gravitate towards what they wanted the most at that time. And that's what my original idea was. And, you know, for me, Kush and Orange was probably like my 9th or 10th project that I had released. So I had been in the game for a minute. It was just, you know, I was messing with a lot of different sounds. And of course I had met Currency at the time. And we kind of wrote our own code, and it was like things that we wanted to live by and that we wanted to preach and that we wanted to, you know, basically it was, I mean, it still is, but it's like, it's the rules to how we came up. And I think a lot of people identified with that at the time, and we were able to, you know, put that out through the music and the visuals, and his projects are consistent. My projects and mixtapes are always consistent because, you know, even with Kush and Orange Juice, there's How Fly, there's Taylor Alderdice, there's Cabin Fever, there's a lot of different, there's even 28 Grams, which is a lot of people's, you know, different moments for different people. And the Currency has his own, you know, huge catalog. So we just try to keep it consistent, but I think for most people, Kush and Orange Juice was that moment where they were like, all right, cool, I'm on board.
For me, it was Flight School.
Flight School came out before that.
Yep. And the first, actually, no, Deal or No Deal. It was Deal or No Deal, because this plane,
High school.
Yeah, This Plane was the first song of yours I ever heard. So it was Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal. I remember that.
Yeah, that's taking it back even further. So yeah, we got to talk about the new stuff. So you just released a new mixtape as well that I've been enjoying for a while. So can you tease anything coming up? I know you said you're working on a lot. Can you tease anything that you got working on right now?
My main focus is my album. If I end up dropping some music in between there, then I'll let people know. But yeah, I'm really focused on the album and putting some music on the radio and just doing it all the way so it could, you know, I could fully experience this year the way that I want to. So if some music ends up happening in between, cool. But the main focus is really the album.
Can't wait. I can't wait. So I want to talk also, before we get out of here and stuff, I want to talk about your acting. Of course, you're multi-talented, you got the music, but you're starting to, everyone knows, Mac and Devin go to high school. The movie going back with Snoop Dogg, but you're starting to step into a whole new lane now. I know you're in Duncanville, Mr. Mitch.
Yeah.
And I think you're in another show as well. So for the audience that doesn't know yet, tell, where can they hear Wiz on TV?
Definitely on Fox, on Duncanville. We're in season 2. It's about to come out. We're going to start working on season 3 as well. I play Mr. Mitch, like you said. It's an animated show. It's really funny and really cool. I play a character called Death on this show, Dickinson, which is on Apple Plus. Me and Snoop were working on another movie. There's a lot of different TV things that I'm in and out of. So people just see it as it develops. And like you said, that's definitely something that I take serious. So the voiceovers, you'll hear me a lot doing that. And as the roles change and things happen, you'll see me all over the place. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that's dope. And so I'm the program director for an R&B radio station here in Indiana, and you just so happen to have some singer songs, some songs where you singing on. So I wanted to put you on the spot a little bit. I got my top 3 Wiz R&B songs.
Okay.
All right. So my number 1 is Up.
That's number 1.
That Tevin Campbell sample got me. All right, so number 2, I got Late Night Messages.
Okay.
Roll Papers 2. And then number 3, you got to take it back to Black Hollywood. Got Promises.
There you go.
So are those your favorites, or you got another list for me?
It's got to be Up,
Yep.
Promises. And what was the other one that you said?
I had Late Night Messages.
Late Night Messages. I love Late Night Messages. I was rapping on there a lot. I go with that one though. I go with that list because I really, Incense.
Oh, 28 grams.
Yeah, Incense. Chopped and Screw one, crazy.
Yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
One thing you gotta use the incense. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yep. See, that's why I had to get you.
No, it's all good. Now we just share. You know what I mean?
See?
Got you. You needed that one. You needed that.
That's perfect. So, of course, there's a lot to celebrate right now. I mean, you got 10-year Rolling Papers. You got 11 Cushion Orange Juice. I mean, man, just being someone that's listened to you, like I said, since Deal or No Deal. You were out before that, too. Like, admittedly, you had work before that. But, it's just it's coming along. I mean, and I'm just excited to hear what you got next. I really am. You're just taking Taylor Gang. And, of course, you got Taylor Gang. Talk about, the rest of Taylor Gang, too. What's everybody else working on right now?
Yeah, we got Fed the God. He's doing his thing. He's just dropping videos left and right. KH is dropping a ton of material. Chevy just dropped some heat. Deji just dropped his project. Sosa Man dropped his, and he got another one on the way. So we're just going to keep doing that. We got a full Taylor Gang album that we're going to be putting out this year as well. So everybody should watch out for that and all the visuals and things like that. And I appreciate the love. Of course, we love you back. And can't wait to get out there and come see you, bro.
Sounds good, man. I'll be looking for the Indiana date or Michigan, anything around the Midwest.
I'll bring the KK so you can have a real thing.
Set it up. Haven't had it, so hey, let's do that.
I got you.
All right, man. Take care. Peace and love. All right. Thanks, Wiz.
All right.
Man.
Be safe. Take care.